Hello, everybody, and welcome to Management 439 Business Leadership at the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina. As we get into week one of the first things we're going to do is introduce ourselves. So I thought it was appropriate for me to introduce myself as your instructor for the course. So my name is Dr. Walt Rosado, and it's an honor to be here with each of you today. A little bit about me, my past, and my credentials. Let's talk about education first. I have my doctorate degree in instructional management from Robert Morris University. That picture there is me being hooded, receiving my doctoral hood. I also have a master's of science from Duquesne University, a bachelor's in history and education, and I'm currently an MBA candidate here at the Citadel. When you get to the end of your BSBA, if you're interested in MBA, I would totally recommend it. It's a great program and we'd love to have you. I also have various certifications. I'm a senior professional in human resources, a change management practitioner, and a Six Sigma black belt. I like to joke that I've got more degrees than a thermometer, and counting. Work history. I have a pretty robust work history, spanning from the active duty Army and the Army National Guard, as well as the State Guard. Following my time in the active duty, I knew I wanted to continue my education, so I got a job in higher education at Carnegie Mellon University up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, working in human resources, information technology, and teaching classes in public policy and management. After I received my PhD in 2016, I went on to work for Highmark Health. If you have Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance and you live in the states of Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, Delaware, Minnesota, North Dakota, or Wyoming, you likely have to interact with technologies that I helped create and deploy. So I'm very, very proud of my time at Highmark. Highmark is perhaps noteworthy because the Buffalo Bills Stadium in New York is Highmark Stadium. They're also a sponsor for the Pittsburgh Penguins NHL hockey team. Following my time at Highmark, I worked briefly at Lowe's Home Improvement as a human resources manager responsible for 3 stores. I went from there to Midwest Shooting Centers, which is one of the fastest growing indoor shooting range franchises in the country on the Inc. 500 list. Before getting my dream job here at the Citadel, the Military College of South Carolina, as a graduate and transfer programs advisor and adjunct professor. So in likelihood, I've interacted with you before, but this is where I came from. A little bit about me. 1, both my parents were deaf. So I do know a little bit of American Sign Language, and I take disability services very, very seriously. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Literally, my neighbor was Mr. Fred Rogers. So we used to see Mr. Rogers and Mr. McFeely around town all the time. I'm very proud of the Steel City, and I often kind of make the reference that I was forged in the town of Steel. So you don't have to be a Steelers fan, a Pirates fan, or a Penguins fan. I am all 3 of those things, just so you know. In my past, I was a college wrestler. I wrestled in the NCAA Division III for a school called Teal College in Western PA. We were ranked 16th and 17th nationally. We were 4-time conference champions during my time there, and extremely proud of my time as a wrestler. Also written 5 books. They're not that great. They're available on Amazon. The book that's pictured Without Fear was about my deployment overseas to Iraq. I spent 22 years as a volunteer firefighter and EMT. Saw all kinds of stuff doing that. I served in Iraq, where I was decorated for combat. That picture there is called the Swords of Qadisa, and they commemorate the Iran-Iraq War, where Iraq had a victory against Iran. So they're just a very notable landmark. I've also done 7 mission trips to the country of Haiti, and I enjoy going to Comic-Cons. So that old guy in the picture with me there is actually William Shatner, probably better known as Captain Kirk from Star Trek. I have a lot of hobbies. An American Civil War battlefield is my go-to vacation. I spent most of my summers at Gettysburg in Pennsylvania. I love the shooting sports. I'm very pro Second Amendment. I follow the stock market closely. I like to write, and I'm very passionate about my Christian faith. So the picture to the left is me and my wife and kids, and we're at Patriots Point in front of the USS Yorktown and the USS Laffey. So World War II vehicles. The Yorktown also served in Korea and Vietnam. If you're in the Charleston area and you're looking for something cool to do, I would definitely recommend Patriots Point. It's very, very cool to see what those sailors endured. Pictures on the right, in the top is me doing security role mapping for Blue Cross Blue Shield North Dakota. Very math intensive, but very rewarding. And then the far right is me with the 20th Maine Monument up in Gettysburg on Little Round Top. So here's my family. My wedding picture with my wife, Jody. We got married in Putnam County, Ohio. If you're going to get married, I would strongly recommend considering the Christmas time despite the weather, because churches tend to decorate all on their own. So we didn't have to pay for a single flower decoration or tree behind us, and it turned out looking, I think, great. My wife and I, we've got 3 kids. Theodore, who's wearing the yellow shirt, he's 4 years old. Maximilian, checkered on the right, is 3. Killian is 1. We've got baby number 4 on the way. Any day now, I'll let you know the gender when he or she arrives. My favorites, when considering my favorites, I also had to give an honorable mention. So I said my favorite food was pizza, but I gave an honorable mention to mac and cheese. Full transparency, I'm doing a low carb diet thing right now, so that might change tomorrow, I'm not sure, but these are the things I'm craving in the moment. So that's what I would say my favorite food is. TV shows, I'm really crazy about the work that HBO does. John Adams is my favorite series. Honorable mention definitely goes to Band of Brothers. If you're interested in history of our country or of our military, I would definitely suggest checking either of those out. When it comes to movies, I might be showing my age a little bit. I think that Raiders of the Lost Ark is the greatest movie ever made, and I will fight anybody that disagrees. But my honorable mention is Ghostbusters. I'm a ghost head from the time I was a young kid. Favorite book is the Lord of the Rings trilogy, followed by The Killer Angels. The Killer Angels is actually historical fiction about the Battle of Gettysburg. And then my favorite music, I would say my favorite group is probably Death Cab for Cutie. Honorable mention for that goes to Lana Del Rey. So that's just a little bit about myself, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you and to reading your introductions. As we go forward in this course, feel free to reach out to me anytime with questions, comments, or concerns. Your success is of paramount importance to me, and I hope that you will all actively participate. I'm very glad to be here with each of you. All right, thanks for watching my introductory video, and we will be talking very soon.